If we look at the Baltic region right now, I would say Riga is the place to be because it's the undeveloped market in the Baltic states. If you look on the segments like commercial, residential or industrial, there is a huge demand in all three of those, and there is less built right now compared to our neighboring countries, and the biggest demand in those areas. We came here for three main specific objects which we want to address. One of them is a completely new neighborhood which requires around 1.5 billion investment right now, which is quite unique for Europe because it's the only large piece of land in the city center which is available for investors and which is just next to the largest neighborhood with the largest amount of building in the Jugend style in the world. So it's quite a unique position to shape the city center still in Europe. That's number one. Number two is city owns what we call a Riga Central Market, which essentially is the largest market in Europe. And it has, first of all, four angles as a market, but then also a lot of land and buildings used for residential or commercial construction. So it's basically another new neighborhood, which will be very well connected to the new railway station, which is called Rail Baltica, which is also one of the main projects of the Baltics, which will connect Tallinn, Riga, Vilnius, and Warsaw, and the rest of the Europe. That's probably the two largest projects that I can think of, but also have developing what we call a knowledge mile. So basically we concentrated all the major universities of the city in one place in Riga, and that place is now booming because of all thousands and thousands of students concentrated there. So a lot of commercial and residential development needs to be done there as well. This MIPIM is much more positive for me. This is my second MIPIM, and the first MIPIM when I came here, it was 2 weeks into the war in Ukraine. And obviously we didn't have a lot of conversations about the investments at that point. Everyone was in state of shock. Everyone spoke about how are you guys doing. But I think we've really progressed since then. And obviously thanks to Ukrainian people who are standing strong and fighting the aggression. And we see that the confidence from investors is coming back to the region. So it's less about the war, more about the product that city is offering right now. We just had an amazing panel discussion with 4 mayors, Mayor of Helsinki, Deputy Mayor of Tallinn, Mayor of Riga, Mayor of Vilnius at our Riga stand, discussing how our cities are attracting talent, because I do believe that the talent is the key driver for our cities, for the business, and discussing the climate change. And Riga has entered the pledge to become climate neutral city by 2030. So we have some ambitious targets, and this is basically what that's what on our agenda today. Of course, construction and the buildings that are in the city, especially given the energy crisis right now in Europe, it's extremely important for us. So as a city, we support constructing energy efficient buildings. So we give real estate tax deductions up to 90% for buildings which are sustainable and energy efficient. Just one of the recent developments in Riga, an amazing new office building. I was there in November. For me, I'm not a professional in the construction, but it was amazing because I was there in November when it's cold outside, and they said that building is still not connected to the central heating system. And it was warm there. So they said basically up to 0 degrees outside, they can sustain it without connecting to the central heating system. So for city, obviously, this is a great benefit, and we're supporting those kind of investments.